You are listening to the Amazing Facts Daily Devotional. Today's topic, Albert Schweitzer, Reverence for Life, Part 3. I wanted to be a doctor that I might be able to work without having to talk. So said Albert Schweitzer as he left his career as a teacher and musician to attend medical school and then travel to Africa where he would bring healing to the sick and diseased. In 1911, he completed his medical training and offered to work at his own expense at a mission at Lambaréné on the Ogooué River in what is now Gabon in Africa, then a French colony. Schweitzer raised money by conducting concerts and was soon ready to equip a small hospital. In 1912, he married Helene Breslau, and in 1913 they set off together to establish a hospital about 200 miles, 14 days by raft, upstream from Port-Gentil, Cape Lopez. During their first 9 months, Albert and his wife saw around 2,000 patients. Many had traveled over long distances for days to reach him. Besides injuries, he treated heart disease, eating sores, dysentery, malaria, sleeping sickness, leprosy, fevers, hernias, and tumors. At the same time, he had to deal with intentional poisoning, fetishism, and the fear of cannibalism by certain tribes. They began their surgical work in a whitewashed chicken coop, where his wife assisted him as an anesthesiologist. Eventually, they constructed a 2-room hospital. When World War I broke out in 1914, they were put under supervision by the French military, since Schweitzer was born a German citizen. By 1917, the couple were physically exhausted from their work and returned to Europe to recover. When Schweitzer's health improved, he once more raised money for the mission hospital through giving lectures and organ recitals, and in 1924 he returned to Lambaréné. He worked to rebuild the hospital, added new staff, and was able to use new advances in medicine to treat tropical illnesses. In 1952, Albert Schweitzer was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize, and from that time until his death, worked against the creation of nuclear tests and nuclear weapons. In one of his last great speeches before his death in 1965, called Declaration of Conscience, he concluded, "The end of further experiments with atom bombs would be like the early sunrays of hope which suffering humanity is longing for." On September 4, 1965, Schweitzer died at his beloved hospital in Lambaréné. His grave, on the banks of the Ogooué River, is marked by a cross he made himself. What type of outreach do you feel God has called you to perform? What type of hurting people do you feel compassion toward most? Our key Bible text today comes from Matthew chapter 15 and verse 30. "And great multitudes came unto him, having with them those that were lame, blind, dumb, maimed, and many others, and cast them down at Jesus' feet, and he healed them." Thank you for listening to the Amazing Facts Daily Devotional.